Welcome to Middle Age Magic, the theme park planning and holiday vlog with your hosts.
Sam.
Oh, I've done it the wrong way around. It's confused that. And Sharon. We're with you today apart. Alas,
Yes.
you've missed us being apart, haven't you, world? Because Disneyland Paris have made some announcements on what is today its 32nd birthday. There was a media event, wasn't there, going on at DLP today?
Yeah, media and influencer event, and obviously our invites got lost in the post.
Yes. So come back after the lovely introduction and plinky plonk music, which Sam will dance to like a muppet, and we'll tell you all about it.
Media event, we got a better look at the Frozen expansion. They announced, or they gave more ideas on what's going to happen to the entrance of the Walt Disney Studios.
Yep, because that's been closed at the end of the month. I think Studio One's closing. Is it 25th?
Yes, it's the end of April. The end of April. And we got a look at the new show that's replacing the old stunt show.
Oh, the infamous Alice BMX stunt show that they've been banging on about.
There's nothing that says Alice in Wonderland like BMX is.
Yeah.
And a big one is that they're changing the name of Walt Disney Studios. So we've got a few things, and there was a few little details about the
what's going on in the village, isn't there?
What's going on in the village, which broke our hearts. So
it won't all be doom and gloom, I promise.
So let's get Frozen out the way first, because
yes, let's get Frozen out first.
So they showed the concept art and gave us
very pretty.
Yeah, it looks pretty. And they showed us some close-up details of the progress so far. When you see the big picture of the progress so far, it's not a lot happening. So it is, when you compare the progress that's been made at Epic Universe in like 4 years, and then compare it to the 4 years in the Frozen expansion, they're like just worlds apart. So, but again, we are, they confirm we are only getting the 2 rides, which we knew. They did show the close-up concept art of the Tangled teacups, and it looks very pretty.
They're not teacups at all, are they? They're little boats.
No, they do little boats. And you've got the lanterns, and so yes, it looks very pretty. But
I think the theme from Rapunzel, where they're in the boat and she's singing, and
the lanterns.
Last I see the light, song.
Yeah,
looks like that. It's going to look beautiful.
But it's lazy. It's teacups. Why?
Give us what they're doing for Rapunzel in Fantasy Springs in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
We need a snuggly duckling.
You need a lot. So, I mean,
I'm hoping that this is
You're
just
hoping
going to be...
it's going to keep every little girl in Walt Disney Studios
in that little bit
at Frozen Land.
Well, so there is still
room. The Magic Kingdom for us.
Yeah, there is that. I'm very selfishly, but there is room for them to expand, so they could possibly go down the Hong Kong Disneyland route and make it a bit bigger later on, because obviously
is that they are going to expand once it's completed. They're going to start the next expansion to it.
Sure. Yeah,
and that's going to be themed on the Lion King.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So where Fantasy's
Galaxy's
Edge
Edge was
was
going to
going, yeah, where Galaxy's Edge was going to be, that's going to be turned into something themed on the Lion King.
Okay.
Or Pandora. Depends which rumour you want to believe at the moment.
I'd rather have Pandora, to be fair.
So yeah, so depending which one you want to believe, it's either going to be Lion King or Pandora.
There's still an awful lot of space there, and they're not using. I mean, I know the lake is taking up a lot of space.
Yeah, and if that gets used for a nighttime show,
which
it will be
think
amazing.
It might do.
Yes, in those 360-degree views.
Yeah, it would make perfect sense to have
perfect sense.
Epcot style mini Epcot style nighttime show on that lake. That would be amazing. I'd be dead pleased with that.
Yeah, you know, if
I've ridden Frozen Ever After. Don't need to ride it again ever.
Don't you want to do it in French this time? Because obviously we did it in English in Epcot.
No. You can go and ride it once to say you've ridden the French one. But
then that's it.
I'd have been slightly more excited. I mean, you know, everybody knows how much I hate Frozen. That's because I had it rammed down my throat when Emily was small because she played it over and over and over again. And then Disneyland Paris also rammed it down our throat by having everything bloody frozen. But if they were putting in the Matterhorn style bobsled, like mini family coaster, like they've done in Hong Kong, I'd have been slightly more excited about it because, because there'd be two things. I mean, there'd be there's going to be shops and it's going to be themed and it'll be great if that's your bag. But there's one ride, and it just does, it seems like a lot of expansion to have for what is basically a boat ride that lasts 5 minutes.
Yeah, and the actual lake part, they're not even really. They're putting a couple of booths each side of the lake, but they're going to be like popcorn booths or
the
snack
usual
parts,
snacky things we have.
Yeah, and there's going to be like 2 or 3 either side of the lake, and that's it.
And you reckon the sit-down restaurant that you saw a picture of, you said looks like a church?
Yes, it does. The entrance of it looks like a church.
I'm hoping it's going to be themed like along the lines of Aka's house in Epcot, that kind of style of, because that's in Norway, isn't it?
From what I read, it's going to be gourmet French dining, which doesn't make sense seeing it.
Norway like Galway French dining.
Yeah, well, nothing screams teacups like Rapunzel. Let's face this one. Okay. Nothing screams Alice in Wonderland like BMXs. You know. This is Disneyland Paris. Nothing makes sense. We've learned this. You know,
well, I'm kind of hoping that they do some quick service. Well, not quick services, but some specific snacks related to the area, like they have done in different, like they do at Disney World and like they do in Hong Kong Disneyland for the Frozen related things. So that would be nice if they did that.
Where have they done that anywhere else in Disneyland Paris?
Well, they haven't, but because there's already because there's already Frozen IP in the other two parks, you'd like to think they, you know, cash in, for want of a better word, by coming up with, no, you're not convinced. I mean, it's going to be great if you've got. I love Rapunzel. It's one of my favourite modern Disney films.
I love Rapunzel.
I want to go round the other way, so I don't have to go through Arendelle to get to it. But if I have to go through there, I'll go kicking and screaming. But I'm not. There's going to be a lot of people like me that could not give two monkeys left ones about Frozen.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the fact that they're moving it, not moving it, but they're putting it there. So that means hopefully that Olaf meet and greet will move there. Everything else related to Anna, Elsa, and Frozen will move into the Arendelle area. That's my hope. I hope, because then if I don't want to see it, I don't have to.
You're like, push them to the back of the park.
Yeah, go on, shove them in that back corner. You've taken my Galaxy's Edge away. Get over there, people. But it'll be great if you've got little kids that are into that kind of thing, because Frozen and Rapunzel, both, you know, 3 princesses go hand in hand in that area. That would be great.
Do you think because it would mean basically they're making like another fairy tale hall?
I think they do it because you don't get those. Well, you get Rapunzel in the other fairy tale hall, but Anna and Elsa aren't meet and greets. If they had them as meet and greets,
Oh yes, I had
I
them
think
as a
they had
meet
them
and
as
greet.
meet and greets a while ago, but it was like a free. It was like
It was mass carnage, so they had to
carnage.
stop.
Yeah, carnage. That's the word I was looking for.
It was mass
Yeah,
carnage, so they had to stop that. But yeah,
yeah. I
so
think if they had
that's
a proper meet and greet,
yeah,
then
it would be better.
if they did something like they did in Disney World, where you met them both at the same time.
Yes, like you do coming out of the Frozen ride. At,
Yes.
well, they're next door to the Frozen ride. They're not
Yeah,
actually.
it's the summer house, isn't it? Where you can meet both of them together, and then there's a
Yeah,
separate meet and greet for Olaf. If they did that, fabulous.
yeah.
Let's
So
hope
that
that
was
they're putting
basically
that in some.
all we found out about the Frozen expansion. Still no real confirmed time for it opening. Just spring next year.
They might throw every Imagineer that's not tied down on any other project known to man on it to kind of get it finished. But
Yes.
there's so much other stuff going on around the world, Disney related.
Yeah.
There's no. I mean, when they first created the park, there was a lot of American Imagineers that came over, didn't they, to do
There
it? And
was,
some,
yeah. But now
but there isn't
obviously
now.
there's
French Imagineering just does their thing.
yeah. So there's no real update on to when it's going to open. Just spring, summer next year.
I'm
That's
sick to death
all
of
we
people
know.
asking when it's going to be open.
Yeah, yeah. 2028
Every
probably.
every other post is like, when's Frozen Land opening?
Yeah, but we did also get shown some concept art of the entry from Toy Story into the expansion. So basically into the lake area will be the Toy Story expansion part. And that's got a big statue of Jessie. So it does look like we're going to have the same sort of merge walkway as you have in Walt Disney World, where you merge from Toy Story Land into Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, because as you come out of Galaxy's Edge, you have Woody or as you come around the corner, you have Woody and Jessie either side of the walkway, don't you?
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to get a similar sort of like merge line.
I'll obviously add the pictures in.
Yeah, the photos will be added, so you can see what we're actually rambling about.
Yeah.
So then,
other than that, there's nothing about any kind of Toy Story expansion, nothing about anything new going on there, other than the fact that they're just going to do something sexy over the walkway.
But we do have D23 this year in August. So
weren't we supposed to have alien spinning saucers originally in our?
We were meant to have a lot of things in ours, so
if they put the alien spinning saucers in, I'd be really happy because I loved that.
That was a brilliant ride. I loved Alien. Yes, I loved that. Even if they themed it something else, because Tokyo's got the Baymax ride, which is the same ride,
basically the same.
Baymax.
Yeah.
So they could theme that to. They could theme it to Olaf. You could have Olaf hoiking you around on it. That would be amazing. Or Sven, you could have so much.
You could have Sven being on a sleigh, being pulled by a Sven.
See, so, but yeah, so that's really the only news we had about the expansions was just close-up photos, the concept art showing the rides for the Tangled teacups, and some more little details about the restaurant. So nothing.
I wonder if we'll get Rapunzel bathrooms like we've got in Florida.
They need to bring the lantern photo over.
Yes.
But that means I'm actually having a photo pass photographer out. So
yeah, at night when it's dark.
At night when it's dark. Yeah.
We'll put some of our lantern photos from
Walt Disney World.
in here because that's such a great photo shoot.
It is such a great photo shoot.
The general consensus is it's going to look really pretty, but there's not a lot there.
Yeah, it's going to look pretty, but again, 2 rides, 1 restaurant. That's it. Which we've known for years. That's what it was going to be. Yeah, which I think is why we weren't sort of overly enthused by it.
Well, neither of us are massive fans of bloody Frozen anyway. Well, I'm particularly not, but you made me go on the ride when we went to Disney World.
And you enjoyed it.
once we got past the bloody singing, I did go bye to Elsa when we went backwards, which you'll see on the video if you've watched it, because Sam did a ride through.
Yeah. So so moving on, we go to the actual Studio One, the reimagining of Studio One.
R.I.P. Studio One, because you're not going to be called Studio One anymore.
No. So that closes the end of this month. And it's the concept art for if you've been inside Studio One, you'll know it's very bright. Well, it's dark with bright neon and facades of 3 different restaurants and a shop.
Got Herbie in it as well.
Yes, it's got Herbie. And at Christmas they have a brass band playing sometimes. So it's a very dark enclosed area. If it is changing, but not really. It's changing, but not really. Still going to be an enclosed area because obviously the French weather. But it's going to be reimagined into an outdoor eating area that
But it's going to be indoors.
It's going to be indoors. But it's going to be a lot, instead of all the black and neon, it's going to be all very whites, creams, green foliage. And the backstory is that you've been invited to eat in a backlot restaurant as a VIP guest to view filming of a film.
Yeah,
I think
because
I got that right.
Studio One is going to be reimagined to world premiere.
Yeah, so I think they're trying to get away, whereas Hollywood Studios in like Walt Disney World in California is very much the 1920s glamour era of filming. I think they're trying to get more to it's just films, or just not even films from when you see the change of name, which we'll come up to. So I don't know where they want to take it. I can't see where the end of it is. Because obviously Hollywood Studios Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World has got its own identity as, the golden era of film. But
it was originally the golden age of film, wasn't it? That whole bit of the Tower of Terror, was it? And like with the ABC commissary and all the other Brown Derby.
It's got its own identity as that. Yeah. Obviously, DCA in California has got its own identity, but it's still very film based. So with what they're turning the studios into, I can't see the end product.
You can't see how it's merging together. But they're not only doing up Studio One to world premiere, they're going to do something that they've labelled World Premier Plaza, which is the bit as you walk out of Studio One, which has got
which is where the partner statue was.
Where the partner statue was, which is now, is it still there? Is it gone? Are they moving it? It was boarded up when we were there last time.
It was boarded up, and when I went last month, it had gone.
Right, so they're obviously going to relocate that somewhere.
I don't know whether they're relocating it or whether they're waiting for it to be, because it's just that area is just, if they'd put the partner statue back where it was, it would have been in the middle of a crossroads of walls.
Yes. So that whole area outside World Premiere, what is currently Studio One, is going to be called World Premiere Plaza.
Yeah.
And it looks like on the concept art, which I'm just zooming in at now on my phone so I can see it, but it looks like it's going to be better laid out with more trees, a fountain. That doesn't look like the partner statue. I'm zooming right in on the art. It looks like, outside Studio One, as you walk in at the moment, you've got Mickey, the sorcerer Mickey with the brooms from Fantasia. Yeah. It looks like that is inside. Yeah. By the Wizard's Hat, which is where the animation studio
is, yeah.
And the current meet for Olaf, which obviously,
yeah,
hopefully will be gone.
No, it'll probably be left there because that makes sense.
Yeah. But it looks like there's going to be a lot more greenery. It's going to be a lot prettier. We'll see. Possibly looks like there might be some more seating, but we'll
I'm going to
see
say
what happens
seating.
Yeah. But yeah, so and the Pixar or the studio, whatever the theatre is where the Pixar is, looks like it's having a slight revamp on the outside as well. So but it does, the concept art which we'll post. They posted a concept art part of it of day and night as well.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those this time of day and night concept art. So
yeah,
I mean, I do love all the parks at night. It is brilliant. You know, they do take on a whole new life of their own at night when they're all lit up.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes it more magical. So
let's hope that there's the studios. I mean, it's needed love for a long time, and I'm really glad that they're giving it the love that it finally deserves. But there's bugger all to do in it because there's not a lot of rides. And there's Crush's Coaster is the big ride, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or what used to be Rock and Roller Coaster, which is now the Avengers ride. So there's two big rides.
Even that has now taken a backseat to Web Slingers.
Oh, totally.
Because I mean, Flight Falls you can now get on quite regularly in the middle of the day with a 5-minute wait. You know, it's you got Web Slingers, you got Crushes, and you got Ratatouille.
That's it.
Which are the three
big Magic Carpets. So they were down for refurbishment.
Magic Carpets are down for refurbishment, yeah. But you know, I said obviously Ratatouille, Web Slingers, and Crushes are the three big ones within the studios.
And if any one of those goes down for any reason,
yeah, the others just get.
And Crush breaks down quite regularly.
Yeah, though it has undergone quite a big refurb, so hopefully that might stop it doing that.
And Ratatouille quite often goes down regularly.
Yes.
But then it will do because it's stimulation and trackless.
Yeah.
So
it gets quite a few problems. But yeah, so concept art looks good. The concept art for Inside Studio 1 I was really impressed with.
I really hope that it turns out even half as good as the concept art because it does look amazing.
Yeah, it does look really.
And that restaurant really does. The quick service restaurant really does need a kick up the backside because it's awful.
It is. It's the worst one in Disneyland Paris.
It's like eating cardboard, and actually no, cardboard is tastier.
Yeah, it's it is one of the worst quick services in Disneyland Paris, and the studios is lacking in food, so it makes it even worse that they've got the worst burger place.
Yeah.
So
when you compare it to the Hyperion, which is the equivalent in the Magic in the Magic Kingdom in Disneyland Park. It's not
Disneyland Park, yeah.
Disneyland Park.
It's so yeah. What else have we got before we go to the big one? Studios.
Alice's amazing BMX show.
Yeah, the Alice BMX show.
I must admit, the more I hear about it, the more I think it's going to be actually quite cool. But Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, just
what marketing drug was the bloke on? And it must have been a bloke because no woman would come up with this idea to have a BMX stunt show based around Alice in Wonderland.
Yes. Now, when obviously we heard about this, we both just went, huh?
What? Yeah.
Do what?
Today, I really want to be proved wrong and that it's going to be amazeballs, but yeah. Go on, carry on.
Obviously today they've released photos of costumes.
I've downloaded all the photos.
Yeah, so we've got all the photos of costumes that were released today. The photos of the stage, which, as in their words, included a tramp wall. Now, I assume this is like
trampoline wall, so people can bounce up and down and do sort of.
Yeah,
stuff. You were thinking of you weren't thinking of that when you thought of tramp wall, were you?
No, I was. I thought it's got a big trampoline concepts. And they also said there's going to be BMX elements within the stage. Okay. And the concept of it as well is that every member of the audience will vote for a character to take part in the... Now, I think this got lost in translation, because if you've seen Alice in Wonderland, you know it's croquet, not cricket.
Yeah, it's definitely lost in translation. It's croquet.
Lost in translation. So yeah, so basically every member of the audience will vote for a character to take part in the croquet scene at the end. Which is, I don't know how they're going to do that, but that is the concept of the show.
So it's basically in the old place where the cars, where the car stunt show was, and the car stunt show was really good. It was really cool. I mean, once you'd seen it about 15 times, it was a bit meh, but it was. It was
really a good. But it was a good half-hour sit down.
Yeah,
which we
and it was entertaining.
Yeah,
and you could tell the people that had never been there, because they thought when the person was remote controlling the car, they were actually doing it without realizing there was a stunt guy in the car.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, it's nice. Again, it's nice to see that area being used, because it's been closed down for so long.
Yeah.
So it is nice for it. Doesn't look like they're altering the arena too much. You can still see the buildings behind it, so it just looks like they're building in front of it. So it doesn't look like they're making really any alterations at all, which then begs the difference. Why is it taking you so long?
It takes a long time to audition skillful BMX stunt riders. They don't just fall off trees, They're going to need a lot of them, because it's going to be quite intensive burning around on a BMX, and I can't imagine that there's not going to be a few spills.
You think?
BMXs and trampoline walls, come on.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm really hoping it is very cool. We'll either come away going, oh my god, that's blown our minds, I can't believe they've managed to pull it off, or what obviously I'll bleep out that expletive, or maybe I won't. Depends what mood I'm in when I edit the video. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's us with a lot of Disneyland Paris. It's like, we'll wait and see. Because
sometimes they really, really, really surprise me.
Yeah, sometimes they do. And then other times they're going, what? Were they thinking? It's like
drone show, for instance. Oh my god. I know they use a third party.
All the drone shows they've done. No, sorry. The Marvel's drone show and the Electrical Sky Parade, I was flabbergasted with. The Halloween Villains one, I was a bit like, where's the rest of it?
What? Yeah.
Where's the rest? You've missed out so much.
But drone shows, they're like, yeah.
But then even when I went out last month and done that day out there, and as I said on the video,
your £85 day,
my £85 day, yes, it was £85. London to Disneyland Paris for under £85. Yeah. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. When we saw the new Pixie Hollow decorations on Main Street, we both just went, what are they doing? And why is it there? And what is it meant to be? But actually then seeing them in person, you go, yeah, that makes sense. And they were stunning. And the fact that the centre of the flowers change every 30 seconds to different characters, and it just goes all the way down Main Street, and they all change in sequence. You go, okay, yeah, but photo wise doesn't do it justice. So I think we've got to give them the benefit of the doubt until we actually see it.
And we're just missing it because the week we're going in May, it opens up on the Saturday and we come back on the Thursday.
Yeah, we come back on the Thursday. On Saturday.
Sam's going to have to do another £85 day to go and see it.
It's actually cheaper at the moment. I looked for the end of June and I can do it for 63.
There you go. You need to do a £63 day.
Yeah.
Because you could, now you're retired and all, you can just go in the week when I have to work.
So I think that is everything about the studios apart from the big one.
Yeah, the big one.
Which is the name change. They are changing it. When the Frozen expansion opens, the studios will have a name change, And it's going to be called, is it Adventure World?
Yes.
Yes.
Not World of Adventure or anything like that. Adventure
World. Disney's Adventure World.
Not to be confused with Adventureland, which is next door.
Yeah. So
I have a theory about why it's called Adventure World.
I think it gives them a lot more scope.
Yes, that's exactly what I think. They can bung any old thing in there now without it needing to be film related.
Yeah, it is going to give them a lot more scope of what they can include in there. But
because there is still quite a lot of room to expand, isn't there? Because there's obviously like the bit that was going to be Galaxy's Edge, which is now going to be Lion King / Pandora / whatever current rumour is.
They were going to have 3 there, weren't they? With the frozen bit being in the middle, then a bit off to each side. So they've still got the room for 2 new lands in effect. Or 2 new areas. I don't think they're going to be big enough.
2 new areas, and there's still space. They could still put another ride in into Toy Story because there's room behind RC.
Yeah.
And there's all the space that was taken up by the tram tour, which, I mean, I know they've stolen some of it.
They've stolen some of it, the expansion now. I can't see the tram tour staying.
No, because it's cars. We didn't do it last time either, did we? It's like half the size and cars themed, isn't it now?
Yeah, and they've taken out. You've got Catastrophe Canyon still.
Yeah, but that's Radiator Springs now, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think but a lot of it is gone.
Yeah, so the bit behind that used to be destroyed London, that was part of the dragon, fire-breathing dragon bit, which you'd then go around the back of you'd actually back onto the stunt show.
Yeah.
That is still, that's dead space, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So, they've got room, but then you've also got the 3rd gate they've got to break ground on by 2040.
Yeah.
So they've got to break ground on a 3rd park by 2040.
Do you think they'd save Pandora for that?
You think they'd save a lot of stuff for that? But then would it still be relevant in, 16 years' time?
Probably not.
No. So you've got 16 years till they have to break ground. Then you're looking another 5 to 6 years before it opens. You're looking 20 years' time, in effect.
We might still be going to Disney parks when it opens with a bit of luck. I might be pushing you. But...
Oh, you'll definitely be pushing me by then. But yeah, so I think it just gives them more scope to play with. I'm
hoping that because they're retheming it to Adventureland, and realistically, a lot of the space that they've got, they could I mean, the Aladdin's Magic Carpets, for instance, they could easily retheme that to something else and leave it where it is, but make it more fitting for the whole area. Maybe.
Who knows? We don't know. I mean, that bit is meant to be Pixar Place now. And Aladdin's not Pixar.
No. So I reckon that's going to be reskinned to something.
Yeah, I mean, it's under big refurb now, isn't it?
But is it going to stay being Aladdin's Magic Carpets?
We don't know.
We can have a nose when we're there in a few weeks.
We know nothing. But so the big one is the fact of come next year, Disney's Walt Disney Studios is no more. It'll be Disney's Adventure World.
Yeah. Now looking at the cast members, which I'll post a picture up. It's Avengers, obviously, because Avengers Campus is there. And all the Frozen characters.
Yeah.
Which is obviously going in Frozen. Minnie's in the middle, being very mini. And then there's all the Toy Story, including lots of Hugging Bear. Never seen him out.
No.
And then there's the Disney Junior people like Vampira and whatever the dancing chick is. The child
My
is no
days
longer
of Disney
a child.
Junior are long gone.
Yeah. So it looks like they'll keep the Disney Junior stuff.
Yeah.
And Stitch and, chatting to Stitch.
Oh, there was
that
one
area.
more thing about the studios which we've forgotten, and that is a new nighttime show is coming, but
When you say show,
not till the end of this year.
yeah.
And it's going to go on the web building. So the building that Web Slingers is in, it's going on that building.
Yeah, they already have stuff going on
Yeah,
the
you have
top
like
stunt
pop-up
shows and things.
daytime things, but it's going to be similar to that, but with projections. And and it's going to be based around Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, which will be sort of end of the last Doctor Strange film and tying in with the stuff that went on after WandaVision.
Now, my main concern with this is, where's everyone going to stand? Because it's a very small area outside that building. It is a walkway. It's not a
lots of space behind it. Maybe they'll clear some space, or they'll have to do. I don't know. Does that mean they'll have no show on the Tower of Terror anymore?
Yeah, from what they said, it's going to take place purely on the web building.
Then it's not really going to be a nighttime show, is it? Because there's not a room. Because even when the Avengers drone show on, or when it used to be the Star Wars show, when they used to have Seasons of the Force, which they ought to bring back to Disneyland Paris. Just saying.
Yeah, they should.
What's going on for Season of the Force around the rest of the place? Loads of stuff everywhere else. What do we get? Nothing. Yeah. So, but the whole courtyard, doesn't it? Outside the Tower of Terror, the back of the Tower of Terror, is ram jammed. It's like you cannot move for love nor money. There is no way. I mean, even if they have like when you were on Avengers Flight Force that time, and I was waiting for you outside, I stood there and watched Black Widow and Captain America and Spider-Man on top of and the Black Panther, and there wasn't that many people there, and it was heaving and you couldn't move, so there's no way.
Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to do crowd control on that one. That's my only concern with that. I'm happy they're getting a nighttime show back, because they haven't had one since the Marvel drone show ended, which was last year. And now
that was really good.
It was amazing.
We saw it twice, didn't we?
Yeah. So, but now obviously they've lost that, and they're getting this nighttime show. And my concern is the crowd levels and crowd control on that one. So, but yeah, so that's really everything that was happening with studios. So nothing really new announced. We knew about the BMX show. We knew about obviously the Frozen expansion that's been going on for 4 years.
It's been going on forever, didn't it?
Yeah. But obviously we didn't know about the name change, so that was the one new thing that surprised us, I think.
That was the thing I spotted first. Was the name change. That was the thing that flashed up. I noticed that I was just happened to be glancing at Facebook, and there was a WDWNT that popped up.
The name change.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then all the other news started to spill in.
I mean, it makes sense, because I mean, obviously Disneyland is got the Disneyland Park, and then you've got DCA. Obviously Tokyo has got the Disneyland Park, and then Disney Seas, and then Fantasy Springs is going to be the new one. So yeah, I think it will mean that Hollywood Studios will then only be at Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it a bit more special, I suppose. You can't confuse them then, can you?
No, and I always call Walt Disney Studios, as it was Paris Hollywood Studios. Yeah. But fair enough. It's small, so small. Galaxy's Edge. Just plop it into Galaxy, and it'd still be Moon. Our park is even with the expansion, it's the world's smallest Disney park, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We've still got the smallest one. Yeah, but we should be proud that it's the smallest one.
It takes like 2 minutes to walk around it, and there's no bloody rides.
It is a day park.
It's very cute, and I like what they've done with Avengers Campus, and I like the newer things they're doing with it, but it's still lacking somewhat.
Savagely lacking.
Savagely lacking.
As at the moment as well, with all the construction walls in place,
Oh yeah.
It's a nightmare. You know, there's dead ends. There's
You think there's construction walls at Epcot? Nothing on studios, mate. I tell you.
Yeah, you're down to very narrow pathways that lead nowhere, and no one has a clue how to get around the place now. So it's interesting, is all I can say. But Disneyland Paris at the moment, with the studios, with what's going on in the studios, what's going on in the Disney Village, it is pure construction walls everywhere.
Yeah,
I think they just shipped them over from Epcot and dumped them on us, you know.
Yeah, as soon as they come down at Epcot, they come off here. I mean, I think it's great that they're actually, after all these years of it being sort of being moaned that it was the money pit and it was, you know, it was a loss and it was this and it was that, they're actually spending some money on it, which is brilliant because it really does need it.
Yeah.
But it just seems that they're doing it all at once.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like everything's being done at once.
The village is like a bomb's hit it, isn't it?
Pretty much. Right, so that was everything in the studios that was announced, that was confirmed, that we've been shown close-ups of, and obviously the name change. Nothing was really announced for the Magic Kingdom Park, Disneyland Park. That's obviously, it's got its own renovations going on with the refurb of Casey Jr. and the Storybook boats.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what that's going to be like, because
they're under their major refurbs, but nothing was announced for it. It's being left alone. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed for D23.
Well, there's rumours about our new Mandalorian roller coaster, isn't there? We're supposed to be getting in
the Star Wars expansion. Yeah,
this corner of Discovery Land, which has kind of now become our it's like budget pikey Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, the rumours are we're going to be getting that expanded.
Galaxy's Edge is the Tesco value or little own brand. Galaxy's Edge is what we've got at Discovery Land.
Yeah, but so I'm hoping for D23 to confirm that expansion.
That would be great, and it would also be good if it was a roller coaster that it didn't go upside down.
Yeah, and obviously
if it goes upside down, I can't ride it.
D23 starts on the 6th of August. So the weekend I fly home is when D23 is on in California.
You should just nip over.
If I had the money, I would have done it. If I had the money, I would have just flown over to California to be there. Because I've always wanted to go to D23, so that would have been my dream. Just hop over.
California is on the hit list, though, isn't it?
Next year's California.
Yeah, and we're going to go and hang out with Steve and Jason from Science of Amusement, because they told us when we go they're going to give us a tour.
Yeah, they don't know what they've let themselves in for, bless them.
Go and watch the Signs of Amusement video we did with them. We just spoke about Disneyland, Paris and California for about an hour and a half. It was brilliant.
Yeah. Then we basically got shown. We didn't get shown. We got told more updates about what's happening in Disney Village. We got shown
They're completely gutting all the bloody shops.
Yeah, all the shops are being redone. They're basically they started at Chef Mickey, which is now Rosalie's, and they're just working their way through. It's like they're just sweeping all the way through it.
Yes, so all the shops are being rejiggled, aren't they? There's still going to be a fashion shop, but it's not going to live in the same place that it does now. It's going further up or down. I can't remember which.
Yeah,
way.
Lego store's being redone.
Yep. There's going to be a cookware shop, which is going to go where the Disney fashion is now.
Well, what was the Disney sweet shop down by Annette's?
Yeah, right at the start of the road.
Right at the start of it. That used to be the Disney sweet shop.
Yep.
That's now the kitchenware shop, but that's going to move up by the Lego store.
Yes, where the clothes shop currently is.
Yeah, everything's being jiggled around. And they're going to close our sports bar for a refurb, which is very rude, which means we're going to have to go and slum it at Billy Bob's for a while.
I love the sports bar.
Because
it's going to be disastrous when they do They best keep the cool snacks and the awesome mocktails.
Yeah, and the outside seating, because the outside seating. So yeah, we're gonna have to go and slum it at Billy Bob's for a while. Just until that's
nachos are different.
Yeah, well, the nachos are so much better in the sports bar. And obviously we've still got no news as to what's going into what was Planet Hollywood.
Other than the fact they've taken the stairs away now, so there's a big
The stairs
hole.
have gone. Yeah, you've still got the plants blocking the area though.
But the planet is still there.
Yeah,
or at least it was.
It was still
there when you were there.
Yeah, it was still there.
Right, so we'll check that out when we go in May.
Still no news as to what's going to happen to the old Wild West show.
No, other than the fact they nicked some of the space at the bottom floor for more seating for Billy Bob's.
Yeah, so we still don't know at the moment what's going in there. And there is literally construction walls. Apparently the World of Disney is going to get a revamp as well.
Yeah, read that as well. World of Disney's having a refurb.
So yeah, so a lot going on, but we still don't know a lot of details of the village yet. From
the concept art, it's going to look much more like Disney Springs. It's going to be a lot more upmarket-y, shopping-y, sort of looking really cool. I was going to say it probably looks a bit more Disney-fied.
No, I think it loses the character. But I don't know whether that's because we're just so used to it after 15 years.
Yeah, but it looks so knackered's the wrong word. It looked tired, like it needed some love.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it just loses that Disney feel. Well, the same way Springs has. Springs has lost that Disney.
Yeah, Springs vibe. Is just like a funky mall with some Disney-related shops in it now.
Yeah, and the thing, obviously, with Disney Springs, though, because it's so big and you've got the live music stages all the way down.
Yeah, you can't go more than 10 meters without bumping into somebody playing some music or doing something or some kind of entertainment.
Disney Village doesn't have that.
No, it doesn't. It's not big enough, is it?
So I think they do. They have had a small stage there every year. It's only just gone. They had the small stage area, which was basically a photo op that they changed like seasonally. And every so often they'd put a DJ on there. But I think it's going to lose its Disney identity, and it needs something in there to liven it up. You know, whether that be live music or a DJ or something.
As long as it doesn't play crappy music, that'll be fine.
But you know, it's I think at the moment I think it just feels like it's going to become very upmarket mall type look. Yeah, I mean, I know at the moment it looks like a festival parade gone wrong, but you know, it's
got charm. It's got its own little charm.
But you knew it was Disney because you had Chef Mickey's.
I really miss that. I think the biggest mistake they ever made was taking that away.
Right, so but you knew you were at Disney because you had Chef Mickey's. If you were coming from the hotels, greeted you into the village area.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you come in through security, the other by the train station, you've got the World of Disney shop that lets you know you're in Disney. Now you've not got Chef Mickey's, you've got Rosalie's, which doesn't scream that you're in the Disney village. It just, oh, okay, there's a restaurant. You know, and I think that's where they're going to make a mistake. Right, so that's just my opinion, obviously. So yeah, I think that is all the updates that we've had.
So it's not all bad news. Some of it I'm quite excited about. Some of it I'm a bit particularly the BMX stunt show. I really want to be surprised. Hello.
We did miss one bit out. The electrical sky parade has been extended until January next year.
Yeah,
which is great news because it's amazing. Means I get to see
the real electrical sky parade.
It means I get to see it more. So yeah, the electrical sky parade has been extended till January the 6th next year. So that's the end of the Christmas season.
Which is amazing because it's actually better than the fireworks show. What's the current fireworks? We've got Dreams on at the moment.
Dreams. And there's no sign of getting new fireworks, no sign of getting a new daytime parade either.
No.
And our daytime parade so needs an overhaul. They're looking so tired. So.
How long is the Symphony of Colour or whatever the bloody thing's called on for?
Till September. I think that's until September the 30th.
It's not as good as Dream Shine Brighter though, is it? I don't think anything's going to top that. That was the best parade come show thing that Disneyland Paris have ever put on. That was just amazeballs.
I actually prefer Million Splashes of Colour.
Really?
Yeah. Not song wise.
That's the song from Dream Shine Brighter was the best song ever.
Shine Brighter song. But
I'm going to try and work out. I can incorporate that into some dressage to music. I want to do a Disney themed dressage to music, and if I do, that song's got to go in it.
But actual show wise, I prefer Million Splashes of Colour.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that when I see it in May.
Yeah, I do actually prefer Million Splashes of Colour. But...
Now, when we looked at it, you were really sceptical about whether you thought it would be any good because you were like, oh, the costumes don't look that
it
bad.
was one of going back to like the day video. I did say, you know, when I saw the initial photos of the floats and the parade and all that, it looked very drab. It looked very dreary. It didn't look like it was going to. It says a million splashes of colour and they're black and white floats. You know, it's like, what are you doing? But when you actually in the hub, the
dog making a noise, it's up to no good. Sorry.
The colours in real life are a lot brighter than they are in photos.
Okay.
So yeah, I did
but the
say
song's
then,
not as good, no.
Nothing will beat Shine Brighter. Yeah,
if you haven't seen the Dream Shine Brighter parade, go and look it up on YouTube. It is I think the last ever show from the last day is up there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Which is amazing because everyone went absolutely mental when it finished because it was just like it was just the best show ever.
Yeah. If you go on to Nick and Claire's YouTube channel, they have a lot of like the first and last days of things. So Nick and Claire YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really all we got from today's media event.
There was quite a lot of it though. I mean, not a lot of news, but a lot of stuff. A lot more than what we used to getting.
Yeah, but then if you were in today, Joe Public, Disneyland Paris' birthday, there was nothing. Not even a special cake. There was nothing.
Because Disneyland Paris is 32 years old today on the date of this recording, which is the 12th of April.
Yes. So it's 7 years since the Charles de Gaulle incident.
Oh, so it was where you played Tom Hanks.
When I. But anyway, yes. But there was nothing, absolutely nothing for today. So if you were Joe Public, there was nothing unless you were there as a media or influencer. Nothing. So no, and the media and influencers are in studios to celebrate studios closing tonight as well.
And there was a concert in the I can't remember where they were. Newport Bay. There was a little concert, Disney music orchestra concert thing.
So yeah, Disneyland Paris dropping the ball yet again. But there we go. But yeah, that was really all we got from today. So there was a lot of news, a lot more than what we normally get, but a lot of it we did know about. The main one was the name change of the studios. I think that's the one that
was really quite surprising. No one was expecting that, were they?
Yeah, no one was expecting that. So I think that was the main surprise of the day. So yeah, now it's just a case of waiting for D23 and see which part of the 60 million that Disney are investing into the parks that what share. How much?
I'm sure they'll get a bit. I'm sure the bit that we get will be spent on possibly the new Star Wars related Mandalorian related thing.
Yeah, I hope so. Because that area is so wasted.
Just give us Rise the Resistance. That fit.
It would
That'd
fit.
fit in that corner. It would
Actually,
fit in that corner.
both of them would fit.
Yeah, see? Give us both. Give us Smuggler's Run and Rise the Resistance. Whack it in that corner. I mean, one of them will fit where that crappy Pizza Planet restaurant was. That's never open. Was never open. Only on a Tuesday. The moon was full, and there was a sparrow farting in the breeze.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, both Rise and Smugglers would fit there. But obviously, they're back. There was talk of this Mandalorian roller coaster, so I don't know whether we've got to forego one of them.
Space Mountain is next door. Why have two roller coasters next door to each other? Makes zero sense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but Space Mountain is going back to being Space Mountain, not Hyperspace Mountain.
It's still space, and it's still a roller coaster.
But it won't be Star Wars themed.
Doesn't matter. It's a roller coaster in space, next door to another roller coaster related to something.
Yeah, but then again, it would also be then unique to Disneyland Paris, which we like. Because they keep nicking our stuff. They nicked our Ratatouille. But, you know, we've got Crushes, which is unique. We've got the Parachutes, which is unique.
You can keep the bloody parachutes. Oh, look, Ben the Pirate sneaking past.
So, yeah. So, you know, hopefully we get a unique ride.
Yeah. But we'll be able to see the state of, what is Studio One and what they've been doing in the studios as is currently still now. When we go we're going in a month, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah. We go in a month. Yeah, and it'll be closed by then. So
yeah. So we'll be able to give you an update, a construction update on we can
many
count
more walls have gone up.
We should do a count and have like a bing going off every time we walk past.
Well, I did
have a guess at the front of the video.
I did take photos of the construction wall last month and send them to you, so we can see how many more have gone up.
Yeah, we'll do a compare and contrast in a month. How many walls have gone up?
Yeah, how many walls have gone up in 2 months? So yeah, hopefully it won't. If they've obviously cut off the access to Studio One, because Studio One was still open when I went last month.
Mm-hmm.
It may
down the way that you
cause less of a bottleneck.
Well, aren't we going in the way that we come out when they're after the late night fireworks? Because you don't walk down through Studio One when they kick you out. Yeah, so you'll go in where you come out where they do the fireworks. Maybe we'll see. We can show you.
Yeah, which is like down the right hand side of Studio.
What was the left hand side? I suppose it's the right hand side as you're coming out. It's the left hand side as you're coming in. Behind the shop.
Yes, which is now reopened.
Oh, was it?
Yes, that's
shut.
It was. It went under a refurb, so that's been all blitzed up.
Yeah, refurb DLP, didn't they?
Yes, that got refurbed and reopened today. But I don't know. So when I went, it was just, it was construction walls everywhere, signs everywhere, and just nobody knew where to go. So
we're going to do quite a few videos when we go back, aren't we? We're going to do a bit on each of the world. Can't get me to put your teeth in, shells. A bit on each of the lands in Disneyland Park. You're going to do a unique things, aren't you? Cool stuff, hidden secrets.
Yeah, we've got plans. We have plans.
We'll do videos because, we will. We're gonna talk some more about all the special bits, like the arcades, like the differences that we've got that no other park's got. Some unique to DLP things.
Yeah, the uniqueness of DLP. Yeah.
Some of which is great, and some of which is like, why did they do that?
yeah. What were they thinking? But yeah, so that was today's news from the media event at Disneyland Paris on its 32nd birthday.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Are you excited for the Frozen World? Because you know Sharon is. Um,
It can't be
and what do you?
publicly what I think of it.
Oh, you did. And what do you think of the name change for Walt Disney Studios? Will it always be Walt Disney Studios to you, or will you be able to embrace Adventure World?
Well, considering some people still call Hollywood Studios MGM Studios, and that changed its name, I don't know, 20 odd years ago.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No, it Studios.
Yeah, it'd just be the studios. Always will be.
Unless something massively occurs to make it more unstudio-y.
Unstudio.
Yeah.
Will we be keeping our water tower?
Oh, I bet the water tower goes.
No, I don't want the water tower goes. The water tower.
I bet the water tower goes.
No, not having that. No, the water tower.
We've still got our magic hat, which they lost.
We've still got Sorcerer's hat, which hopefully they keep.
It's in the concept art, so let's hope so.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that stays. But yeah, so lots of changes coming, lots of stuff to be excited about, a new name to get used to, but we do have a year to adjust to that.
Yeah, and when they reopen Studio One. as
World
Disney Premiere, that's what they've already started making the signs from the concept art. From the photos I saw. Yeah, so the signs for that have already been constructed.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully.
Because they think that Studio One's going to take approximately a year to refurbish, isn't it, roughly? So that'll be open before.
No, they're looking at opening it all together, I think.
Well, it's not going to open until 2028 then. Well, they best get some more construction people in because, you know, World of Frozen still looks like World of Beirut currently.
Yeah, I've got one they can have. They can take him. But yeah, so yeah, they're looking at opening everything together next spring.
Okay, so we'll look back on this video next spring and we'll see how far that's come, shall we?
Yeah, they did say it was going to open this year for the Olympics, but we're still waiting, so who knows?
That's not going to happen.
No, it's not. We know this.
Well, we'll have to check back in to DLP after we come back from our second jaunt or your third jaunt to Florida this year.
Yes, yeah.
To see how far they've got along.
Yeah. Yep.
There is a Twitter account or X account. X is going to get you account that you can follow for the DLP construction. And I can never remember what the bloody thing's called, but I will post a link to it and probably insert some graphic over the top here going, "It's this, Chaz, you muppet." I even follow them.
That DLP work? Or DLP report?
DLP works. There you go. DLP works on Twitter. X. They post. They're our version of Bio Reconstruct, so they post regular pictures of what's going on everywhere at Disneyland Paris, not just going on in bloody Frozen. So.
Yeah. So that is everything we know, everything we've been told, and everything we don't know.
Yeah.
So next,
don't blame us when it's all wrong.
Yes. We're only relaying what we've been told, and we're relaying it from a third party. Because obviously our invitations got lost in the post. Because
we're not influencing enough.
Yeah, not yet. So that is everything on Disneyland Paris's 32nd birthday of what we found out. So we will see you again soon.
Probably very soon, because I think we're going to record another video after this.
Because we're both wide awake, so that's fine. No one's dying yet. So see you all later. Bye.
Bye. And cue the plinky plonky music.